what's Trump's fate kind of in all of this? Do you think it just seems like the attacks aren't going to stop? Is there
Well,
any
but they're
chance?
faltering, though. The
Hmm.
attacks are all faltering. So
Hmm.
I think the New York case is completely flawed, right? I
Hmm.
mean, it's flawed from head to toe. I actually think the Georgia case is flawed. I think that
Hmm.
this idea that he asked for 11,000 votes to be fabricated wasn't true. He said, go find me 11,000 fraudulent votes.
Hmm.
And that's a totally rational thing to ask for. So, and then you got Fanny, big Fanny down there who boned it. And so all of a sudden the lead prosecutor's scrambling to keep herself out of jail. And so both of those cases look like they could be DOA. Trump acts like he knows they're not going anywhere. I don't see evidence. Of course, he might not be a panicker, but somehow it's conceivable that he knows that this is all just theater and that he's not going to go to jail and they're not going to go that route. They're just trying to do that pre-election and then
Hmm.
it'll all just go away. I remember when Matt Gaetz was accused of some sexual harassment and for about a week, and then
Hmm.
it went away. I think Trump will run. I think that I'm a big believer that you care me talking about the election of 2020?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it was
Okay,
I
well,
don't know about you, Professor Dave. The 2020 election was the most secure election all time. The most
yeah,
secure
yeah, yeah,
election, zero
yeah, yeah,
fraud. I mean,
yeah,
I'm just that's all I got.
yeah, yeah. I know. Me too. Yeah, just a sign error on that. And so I think for Biden to beat Trump, I think would require the 2020 elections and supreme integrity to reach a new level. Right? I don't. I think they're actually beginning to realize they can't even fake it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That it would be one of these things like, well, only 3 people voted for him, but we have to add another 85 million to the tally, that sort of thing.
We got to count all the
Um,
mail-in ballots. We got to count them all.
well, and then are they going to blanket out the mail-in ballots? Do you think they're going to do that?
From what I hear is that there's not enough votes, like meaning that like from the data they have and the poll numbers. And I'm also hearing stuff from the Trump camp that the Trump team, hey, if it's legal to ballot harvest and whatever, I don't know the legal framework, they were able to do that with Mark Zuckerberg and stuff, that the Trump team is going to do the same thing,
Well, except
which
for don't forget the law is being applied unevenly,
of
right?
course.
So I've been talking about some dicey subjects off and on, and normally you would say, look, how do I stay on the correct side of the law? But it's pretty clear now that if someone decides to inflict pain and suffering through the legal system, now they can do it. You could be 100% correct, and it just doesn't matter, which to me is brand new to my personal experience. Now, I think you're black in the hood, you go, sorry, but this has been going on for a long time. Um, but the idea that the weaponization of the justice system is so bad that I don't know if Trump can do it just like the Democrats do it and not end up in trouble.
Exactly. That I think it's almost like a trap if they do anything like that, because if he does happen to win, then they're just not going to accept the results. And it kind of seems, I mean, I don't know if you saw, there's a new movie coming out that like depicting a civil war. You got the Obama movie, Leave the World Behind. It just seems like that's the kind of path that we're heading on, where
Well, I'm
this is
having
getting.
trouble picturing a 2024 election that's uneventful. Obviously, it'll be eventful, but
Mhm.
one that doesn't eventually lead to unprecedented disruption. And maybe it's not even unprecedented. I wasn't around for Lincoln getting elected. I wasn't around for, so. But it's going to feel like a modern era unprecedented because I don't remember people having total cows. It was the Bush versus Gore problem,
Mhm.
but I think the Supreme Court might have been biased, but they basically were called upon to end the fiasco, and they did. So